Good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of Beer Rating with Sean Connors. Got a pale ale on tap tonight. This is another one from my beer club, and this one is Safe Word, and it's Kveik Pale Ale with Galaxy and Mosaic hops, juicy, tropical, soft, amazing. So it's like a safe general pale ale, but made with traditional Kveik, and that's K-V-E-I-K yeast for a little edge. And I believe that is a Norwegian style of yeast, and I believe it's basically it gives it like a fruity taste. That's my understanding. I could be wrong. That was just something I remember reading previously. 5.2% alcohol. So it's a pale ale, but it's got a special yeast in it to give it a little bit, I guess, a fruity, tropical flavor is the gist that I'm getting. If anybody knows better than me, by all means, feel free to comment. And as I said, this was from my beer club, so they do have a little newsletter. It tells me a little bit about the beer and the brewery. So it says, loaded with Mosaic and Galaxy hops. Basically, same thing I just read. This Kveik Pale Ale has the safety of a traditional pale ale with the added edge of Boss Kveik, juicy, soft, tropical, and amazing with a clean and bitter finish. So it's kind of like a golden yellowish color. Substantial head there. A little bit cloudy, so it's probably unfiltered, and that's quite common for craft beers. Getting a hoppy aroma, almost like a light aroma of a Indian pale ale, which is quite common. Obviously, pale ales are known for a little bit of hoppiness, not the same degree as IPAs, but all right, let's see how it tastes. Kind of like what I said about with the aroma is kind of like the taste. If I didn't know any better, I would almost think that is kind of like a really, really, really light IPA, just due to the hoppiness there. And what else am I supposed to be getting? Juicy, soft, tropical, and clean and bitter finish. I am getting the finish. It is a little bit bitter, but it doesn't linger. So I guess that's what they mean by clean and bitter. Yeah, I guess I am getting a little bit of juiciness. Not so much tropical taste there, but a little bit of what they say juiciness, I guess. Trying to think of a better word to describe it. Not quite juiciness, but Indie Ale House Brewing Company, and that's out of Toronto, Ontario, here in Canada. Another one, which is typical. All my beer club, it's mostly, I'd say 95%, it's all craft breweries from Canada. Occasionally have thrown in a couple Greek beers there. Not often, but every now and then. I'm just trying to think rating-wise out of 5, and my ratings are always out of 5, with a 1 being a drain port, don't like it, can't finish it. At 2 is, yeah, I'm not a big fan, but I'll finish it. A 3 being a good beer, a 4 being a very good beer, and a 5 being the best beer ever. And honestly, this one, I'm thinking between a 3 and a 3.5. And there's no science behind my ratings. It's just how I feel for the beer. And quite honestly, I mean, I could have this beer today and give it a rating, and maybe in a day or two I'll have it again. And it just depends on what I'm in the mood for at the time. Tonight I looked in my fridge. I had a stout, a cream ale, I think another pale ale, and this one. That's just what I was in the mood for. Take another sip. The more I drink it, the more I'm kind of saying, well, maybe I was a little bit generous. Now I'm kind of thinking between a 2.5 and a 3. It's just, it's a little bit more bitter than I'm in the mood for right now. Initially, I think I said the aftertaste didn't linger, but the more I drink it, the more it's lingering. And I've said it many times, I'm not a big fan of a beer that I taste for, like, it lingers, for that ongoing taste after I finish. I'm not a big fan of that. I think I'm gonna stick with my 3.0. That means it's a good beer. It's not bad. It's not great. By all means, if you got a chance to pick one up, do so. If you're a big fan of pale ales or even IPAs, you might want to give it a try. Let me know what you think. Like I said, for me, it almost seems like a super light IPA. But the more I drink it, the more I can taste the hops. So there you go. So for the Indie Ale House Brewing Company's Safe Word 3.0, as I said, I still got a couple more in there in the fridge from the Beer Club, and I got a new shipment on its way. So hopefully I can do another one sometime this weekend. Till next year, as always, enjoy responsibly. Cheers.